Raise your hand, I will give you the floor. Process of problem loan. Whatever you have already known about the problem loan, I want to explain it again. If there is any lack of willingness or any lack of ability to repay the loan, this can be determined, can be made an ideal loan as a problem loan. Come to the causes. There are two types of reasons for which loan become problem loan: quantitative causes, qualitative causes. Quantitative causes, excessive loan. If company thinks earning more profit, we have to provide more loan. For the earning profit purpose, if the expands loan, this time the chance of possibility to become the problem loan increased. Repayment capacity. Before going to issue a loan, I must have to think about the borrower's capacity. Collateral. This is the most important thing to provide a loan. We have to think about the market price of the collateral after the certain period. Imagine I have given the loan for 2 years or 3 years. I have to think about the collateral price of the security price after the 3 years. Think about the adequate. Collateral must be adequate. It must be adequate to cover full amount, including the principal and the interest. Qualitative causes, repayment plan. Repayment plan must be clear. No ambiguity should take place. This must be transparent. Borrower's financial statement. A borrower can manipulate financial statement for the short-term period, but it is impossible to manipulate this continuously for the long-term period. So I have to, as a banker, I have to take overview after the long run and the short run. Professional person should be give place on the loan section. Next. Handling problem or distress loan, steps to be taken for the problem loan. Imagine bank can be tried his level best to recover the loan, but he is not successful. What can he do? He can go legal step through the courts and step by the bank itself. It's preventing a step. This is preventing a step and curative step. Now to this, general recovery. Imagine borrower has the capacity to repay the loan, but he is not willing to repay the loan. Whatever happened in our country, they have capacity, but they are not willing to repay the loan. Now what can I do? I just first go to consult with him. First I just want to convince with him. But if I finish, I just go to the court to recover the loan. This time the borrower is bound to pay principal amount with interest and the cost that I have incurred in the court. Second point, recovery sweep by the liquidation. Imagine borrower have no capacity, really no capacity to pay the loan. His willingness, but no capacity. What can I do? I can go to the court and apply for the liquidation of the company. This time, company's net asset is lower than the liability, total liability of the company. So, court will select a liquidator sell the net assets and distribute it proportionately. So here I have nothing to do. Preventive steps is next. I will discuss some of points here. Some preventive steps. These are some preventive steps. Advice for inventory control. This is important. I just think so. Borrowers, I should concern about the borrower's inventory control. Inventory may be three types. We know about that: raw materials, work in process, or finished goods. If excessive inventory kept placed in the warehouse, what can happen? Lots of idle money kept idle. Idle money kept idle. No use of that. So he will have no capacity to repay my loan. I have to consult with him, to advise him to keep the inventory level at a reasonable criteria. Restriction of the diversion of loan. Someone take the loan for one purpose and use the loan for other purpose. Think about the situation. I have taken a home loan, use it for the marriage purpose. This is happened regularly. Taking a loan for the home purpose or real estate purpose, using the loan for the marriage purpose or other purpose. You can use it for other purpose. So I have to think if he is using the loan for the purpose that is given in the agreement. Loan must be used in the project, in the project that is given in the agreement. Next slide. So that is some curative step. This is taken to be secure. Bank should be secure. Next. Bank's liability helpline. Bankers' liability claims have arisen as a part of a new growing consumerism against banks that manifests itself in a conflict between the interest of the lender and those of the borrower's firm and its owner. So reason of non-recovery in spite of supply of loan against the security. Imagine I have enough security, I have enough collateral, but this is not enough to recover my loan. Sometimes there are problems. I will discuss some point next. Bank related, there are four headings: bank related, security related, borrowers related, other related factors. Bank related, defective feasibility study. Loan project, real but not profitable. I have given a loan to a project that is real, that has real existence, but this is not profitable. How can we repay my loan? I have to think about that this before. So here, collateral is not questioned. The study, defective feasibility study is the cause. Dishonesty of the bank employees. This is a prime concern. What is the main task of the employee, bank employee? Main task is that they will help to pay to repay the loan, but some employee pays the way how to escape the loan. Think about the Sonali Bank. The MD, the directors are liable for that. So why this is happened? Because they are dishonest. Their ethical standard is very low. This is a prime concern of the country. Honesty should be get priority. Ethical standard should get priority. Security related, overvaluation of the security. Borrower shows a high value of security. Borrower can show high value of the security. Market price with the related market price of the real price, he may hide some information of the security. I must have to evaluate the security fully. Borrower related, fake applicant, new applicant, fake securities. I have just summarized it. New applicant, fake securities. Imagine application is fake. So whatever the security, what the power has the security has, what the amount the security has, this is not my question. Question is that no applicant, I don't have capacity to evaluate the security. Now imaginary project, like the project of Destiny 2000 Limited in the Destiny 2000 Limited of the tree plantation plan. Thousands of people are belongs to only one single tree. This is happened. Just thousands of people just belongs to only one tree. One tree is owner of lots of people. They are showing one people, this is your tree, another people, this is your tree. This is happening. So project should be realistic. No bank should not give any loan to the imaginary project. Excessive trust. Come, be frank, be closer, make fraud. How it's happening? Come to the point. Some of the cunning borrower come to the bank. Some of the cunning borrower come to the bank, take a small loan, repay the loan regularly. He just become friend of the bank, taking a small loan, paying interest timely, and become a friend of the bank. How we closer? He takes several times his small loan and comes regularly to the bank, make a good relation with the bankers, and have an interaction, good interaction. That's why she just be closer with the bank. After that, after a long-term period, he just take a huge loan by only basis on the trustworthy. What happened? Just take a huge loan, ran away. Take a huge loan, ran away. This is happening. Other related factors. Legal complexities have collateral but bindings to sell. I have collateral, but collateral not belongs to me. I am going to sell this, but there is legal bindings. It not belongs to me. This happened. So collateral and legal bindings should belongs to me. So this is loan. So all loans and advances will be grouped into full category: continuous loan, demand loan, fixed term loan, short-term agricultural loan. Next page. Continuous loan. Transaction may be made within a certain limit and have an expiry date for the full adjustment. This is very short-term loan. Think about the CC or the cash credit or the overdraft credit. Overdraft credit is given on the current account. This is for the short term, and it must full adjustment within a very short term period. This is not for long term. Demand loan, the loan that are repayable on the demand by bank. Just this loan, borrower have to pay by the demand of the urgent demand of the bank. So example, you can note it because the elaboration is not given on the board. Force LIM, loan against imported merchandise, PAD, pre-authorized debit, FBP, foreign bill purchase related to the letter of credit, IBP, income-based line. Fixed term loan, I think you know it better. Repayable within a specific time period under a specific repayment schedule. Installment schedule as given here. Short-term agricultural loan, microcredit, less than 10,000, repayable within less than 12 months. So 10,000 and 12 months. Basis for the loan classification, I have just only summarized there. You can take a look. This is given all the information given on the book. I just give a summary. Following the irregular 6 to 9 months, substandard, doubtful, bad debt. This is also another summary. Rescheduling of loan, guidelines for the consideration of loan rescheduling application. Why rescheduling is important? Sometimes in the long-term loan, the borrower is not giving, imagine 2 or 3 installments. What can borrower do? Borrower can apply for the reschedule, changing the installment, changing the interest rate, or changing the time period, or the increase of installment, everything. So, what can guideline for the consideration of the loan rescheduling application? If a borrower apply for the reschedule, what steps should follow? First step, examination. Why not performing? I have to first examine why the previous project, why the project was not performing, why he is not paying the loan. I have to examine this from the deep. Second step, if the first step I have satisfied with this information, in the second step, liability position with the other bank, examining repayment capacity with the financial statement. Liability position with the bank, other banks. I have to go to the other banks. I have to take information. This position is really good. This is behavior. This is really honest. I have to compare with the other bank. If he really due any due with the other bank. And the financial statement helps me to evaluate that. You know about the cash flow statement well. Audited cash flow statement helps me to evaluate what is his capacity, real capacity to generate the cash. If I am satisfied with this second step, I can go to the third step, spot inspection. Examine ability to generate surplus to repay the loan. He has already paid some installment. Obviously, he has paid already some installments. Now, in the third step,